What?
We get the blood test and the license tomorrow, and then as soon as the waiting period's over, we'll...
My.
But you hardly know each other.
We know enough, Daddy. We've both gone out with a lot of other people, and, well, it's never been like this before. We know it's right.
Well, I can take care of her. My job's not much now, but it's got a great future.
But so soon. No time to look forward or to plan.
But, Mother, we have planned to be married.
Your mother and I aren't saying no. You're old enough to know what you want, if you give yourselves time to be sure. All we want you to do is take the time.
Daddy? Mother? We don't want to hurt your feelings, but we just don't see the point.
Well, let me put it this way. Jim, tell me everything you know about Judy.
Well, she's 19. Her birthday's in June. She's a secretary. She likes pizza. She's a great dancer. A beautiful girl.
Everything you say is true, Jim. You haven't mentioned anything you couldn't live with for the rest of your life. But even with someone as wonderful as Judy, there may be some things you don't know about.
Daddy, I haven't been putting on an act or feeding Jim a line.
Judy, darling, you too, Jim. We know you haven't been putting on an act, but being in love is such a wonderful experience that it changes you at first, or seems to. It's hard to explain.
It is hard to explain that the magic of being in love won't last forever. Strong physical attraction can blind you to serious faults or make you see virtues that do not exist. Sometimes romance bears no resemblance to reality.
Am I making any sense at all?
You're saying wait. A long engagement.
No, Judy, that isn't it. We're not asking you just to wait. We're asking you to find out if you like each other as much as you love each other.
Jim?
Well, it won't take very long to find that out. I guess we could wait a while if it'll make you and Judy's mother happier.
You see? Isn't he wonderful?
Well, now, isn't this something?
Give credit to Jim and Judy for deciding to wait. But don't be misled into believing that waiting in itself proves you're ready for marriage. You must make a conscious effort to be realistic about each other if you're to make the best use of an engagement period. And Judy and Jim aren't ready for that. In spite of themselves, they will go on seeing each other through rose-colored glasses. Dating is like that. You date for the first time expecting to enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself and you date again, and so on and on. There's a party atmosphere about everything you do, and with the party atmosphere, party manners.
Okay, here we go.
Atta girl, sweetie pie.
Sweetie pie.
You're gonna get the hang of this yet, sweetie pie.
You bet I will, sport.
Now, just watch how I special.
Party manners require you to overlook minor annoyances. He sees her as a girl who doesn't mind being called sweetie pie. She allows him to go on thinking something that isn't true. Both are contributing to a picture of her which isn't realistic. The situation works both ways, of course.
Oh, look, there's a phone.
You really want to stop?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, Mother. Jim and I are going to the lake instead of to the bowling alley like we said.
Gee, talk about apron strings.
Okay, Mom. Goodbye. There, that didn't take long. And doesn't it make you feel better?
Oh, sure.
Party manners require you to be agreeable, even if you don't agree. She sees him as one who has no objection to her close family ties, and he says nothing to indicate his disapproval. So both of them are helping to establish a picture of him which isn't accurate. In courtship, we're always on our good behavior, avoiding any reaction which might be unpleasant. For example, Jim has a dinner date with Judy for 6 o'clock.
Jim, I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. I knew you were trying to get here.
Oh, I was. Mother and I went shopping, and, well, the time just evaporated. Jim, I know I should have kept better track of the time, but Mother was picking out a dress to wear to our wedding.
That's okay, sweetie pie, as long as you're here.
Are you ready to be served now?
Yes.
Reality will never enter the picture as long as people sidestep opportunities to let their real feelings come out in the open. How then is time going to make any difference to Judy and Jim, or to any couple who is dating seriously? Time makes a difference because it usually presents opportunity for couples to work as well as play together. Maybe the work is only an unexpected job which comes up when you borrow Dad's car for the day. Nevertheless, watching someone at work can give you insights you never had before. Time also makes a difference because eventually the really important matters have a way of cropping up.
It would have been a good buy, but I had to pass it up. Down to my last $5, and payday isn't even in sight yet.
You know, I don't even know when your payday is.
The first.
The first? That's 10 days away.
Don't I know it?
Well, we can forget about the ice show.
Oh, no, we won't. Already have the tickets. Best seats in the house.
Jim?
Huh?
How much do you make?
Well, here's my check stub. It'll be bigger next month when my automatic increase comes through.
Jim, every time we double date with Pete and Rena, you grab the check. I thought you made lots more than this.
Well, my dad's always good for a loan and awful absent-minded about asking for it back.
Can't expect to go on doing that after we're married. Looks like we can't expect to go on doing a lot of things.
Oh, worry. Hey, that's better. Oh, we'll do all right, sweetie pie. With your pay in mind.
Jim, I sort of thought you'd be the kind who didn't want his wife to work.
Well, it takes money to support a wife.
But...
No, give me a kiss and enough of this yak. Well, where were we? Ah, popcorn.
No, with the yak. We've got some things to talk about.
Funny how well you can know someone and still find out new things when you take time to talk. You can find out what values people have by piecing together little things. What they say, how casual they are about money, about repaying what they borrow, about expecting wives to work. Values also become apparent in patterns of behavior.
Daddy and Mother have always lived on a budget.
Daddy and Mother again. An expression that's getting to be nearly as irritating as the fact that she's always late. That's why values make such a difference. It can be plenty irritating to discover that what's important to you isn't important to someone else. So irritating.
Already here.
I've been here since 4.
Oh, is that what time we said? I'm sorry. Did you get the clerk to show you the one I saw in the window?
Yes, and I've had plenty of time to look at some others, too. There. That one. That's the one.
Oh, it's fabulous, but...
Well, that's about it. If you're going to be late in picking out your rings, you're going to have to take what you get.
Oh, Jim, be serious. Those rings must cost a fortune.
Well, I want my wife to have the best.
But, well, shouldn't we be more practical?
Practical? How about rings? Oh, look, this is no time to be a cheapskate.
Cheapskate?
Oh, I didn't mean it.
So I'm a cheapskate. Well, let me tell you something. Someone's going to have to be the way you are. Spending money as if it grew on trees, borrowing so you can put on a big show. My parents taught me to respect money.
Your parents. Your parents. Well, can't you talk for 2 minutes without bringing your parents in? We have to check with them every move we make. Well, I just as soon forget the whole... Can I help you?
Oh, thank you.
Sweetie Pie.
And don't call me Sweetie Pie. I hate that name. First I thought I'd just call off the engagement. Just call it quits, but we can't do that.
Why not?
Oh, it'd kill me and him, too. We've just got to patch it up somehow.
Well, not if you're just patching things up to save your pride. Oh, Judy, dear, it'd hurt a great deal more to find out later that you should have broken up and didn't.
Oh, I wish it had never happened.
Well, it did. And you won't believe this, but it may not be the worst thing that ever happened. This quarrel today, it brought out some things about Jim that have been bothering you, and obviously some things about you that have been bothering him. Now, if you two could just talk these things over.
Oh, I wouldn't have the nerve.
I know. Most people are afraid to be completely honest with each other. But you'll have to be eventually.
What if we couldn't work things out? What if I couldn't get him to change?
Judy, it's hard enough to change yourself. How can you ever expect to change someone else? But your father still takes off his shoes every time he sits down. If you don't want to change, dear, or don't want to live with Jim just the way he is, well, that's why engagements are broken.
Mother, I didn't know you minded Daddy slipping off his shoes.
Some things you make up your mind to accept whether you like them or not. Other things your husband may accept, but on the same basis, whether he likes them or not. You can't depend on his feelings really changing. One thing your father makes me accept is that he won't wait for his meals. Let me know if you need me.
Oh, I feel awful. Jim, could you come over?
Almost like strangers, Judy and Jim confront each other. In a way, they are strangers. Two real people have replaced the romantic visions they used to see. Time has brought her to the point of admitting to herself, this person is not perfect. I am not perfect. Time has brought him to the point of asking, can I live with her imperfections? Can she live with mine? If they can face these facts and questions honestly, their love is probably real. Physical attraction is backed by enough respect and similarity of values to build a lasting relationship. The engagement is what an engagement should be, a period of romance and reality. How long does it take to get to this point? How long should you date before marriage? The answer to that differs with every couple. The point is, it takes time. It takes conscious effort to discover reality in the midst of romance. When you become engaged, what qualities, good or bad, will you look for in the one you love?